Hello and welcome to episode 13 of our Timberborn Update 6 Apocalypse Mode playthrough here in Cycle 10. Day 10. 63-day drought. Fresh out of the oven, ready for us to go. And boy, do we have a lot we need to take care of. So I guess right off the bat, someone in the comments has been so kind as to do the math for me, so thank you very much for that. We need, well, the exact number that was given was 10,055 water to make it through 63 days with the amount of beavers we currently have. I think for the sake of my personal sanity, I'd like that to be closer to 11 or 12,000. And as you can see, we have 4,100 stored right now. Total capacity of about 5,400. I'm assuming that includes area up here that we currently aren't doing anything with. We don't have any beavers in here. But yes, as some of you guessed in the comments, this 3 vacancy thing right here is from District 7, which we will go ahead and pause. So now that is no longer a problem. And now we only have the 3 vacancies in the regular district, which I'm actually not sure where they are. They're probably in here. No! Okay, well maybe I'm actually still super wrong. Let's find out, because that's what we need to be doing with our time. Okay, it's the builder's hut. This guy right here. Okay, good. So, yeah, that's a thing. Other things to address immediately. The number cruncher, it has been brought to my attention by many of you. It seems it would be better off up here, and I would be tempted to agree. However, these aren't spitting any bad water out because it is a drought, so they wouldn't be running probably at some point in this playthrough. They wouldn't be running at least half of the time, depending on how we wanted to split up the bad tide versus a drought situation. So I'm not really in a hurry to put anything up here, especially because this isn't going to generate any power for the next 63 days. So I'm kind of tempted to just let them build this here and just be done with it. But I'm not firmly wedded to that idea because we got a bunch of other stuff we want to do. I will go ahead and pause this though, just in case we want to change our mind. Because we also, remember, to power this, we're going to have an engine, and that's more stuff that we could maybe use for other things. And we got a lot of people that were really rather upset that I did not unlock ladders, and instead chose to build this monstrosity. Well, I just want you to know that I care about you, and I'm glad you watch my videos. But I was trying to save my science, first of all, for the number cruncher, and then that ended up not being something that could get built that quickly. Second of all, we need water. So I'd really rather just unlock this large tank and start having just buku storage. Which, speaking of, guess what? We're about to have 600 science, which means we're about to be able to unlock the large tank. And there we go, 600 science. So yes, it is going to be the most efficient use of our science and our beaver time to go ahead and have this, because boy, do we need storage. We need so much water storage. So that is going to end up going right here. It is going to be set for water, and we are going to need to get some materials for that. Specifically, the metal blocks are going to be a problem. Gears and planks we know we can make eventually. Now, if I really wanted to cause some chaos in the comments, I'd go ahead and delete this number cruncher, and we'd get all these materials back, and then we'd be about halfway to building this tank. That, honestly, probably is the smarter thing to do. But I'm going to choose not to incite violence for right now, and instead turn my smelter back on. And since we have 1,200 of this corn rations, I am going to pause one of these so that we can continue making just enough power for that to be a thing. Remember, our biggest priority is storing water first and foremost, because, again, we have to have at least 10,055, assuming that the math is correct. And nothing else matters, because if we don't have that, the beavers are dead. That's just the way it goes. We also had somebody do the math on what these breeding pods would support, and it seems to be about where we're at now with the current well-being in the 60-65 range. So I don't think we're in any danger anytime soon, possibly not ever again, famous last words, of having to have emergency beavers be our escape option. So we're just going to leave this as it is and focus on doing everything else to the best of our ability and taking care of whatever we can. Also was brought to my attention that we have a whole lot of berries that aren't being harvested because we don't have a lot of storage. And yes, we are going to be finishing, I guess I can't really say finishing if we haven't started. We're going to be doing a process to organize things just a little bit better. Because as some of you noted, this is an absolute mess. It's a rat's nest of different things, and there's a lot we could be doing a whole lot better. And I'd like to do that. You know, it's just one of those things that takes time. So among those things, I think would be very helpful for us to start moving some of these buildings either over the river or in some sort of area where they're not going to be taking up planting space for either crops or trees. And we do have a lot of oaks here, which is great because we're going to need a whole lot of wood if we're going to continue building these giant things that are going to be helping us store more water. There's so much to discuss. There's so much to discuss, and I feel like, I don't know, every time I sit here and I talk about stuff to try and let you guys know what's going on, some people get irritated that I talk too much, but, you know, it's just the way it is. Like, I have to inform you what's going on. I'm not just going to sit here and go 100 miles an hour into the end game without thinking about it. Also was told to check this sluice out to make sure that it was operating correctly, and it currently is. But, spoiler alert, we're probably not going to need this ever again, because what my plan is to really dam this up big, increase the height of that, put something else here, and then fill this entire valley, entire thing with water. We have the ability to get this pretty much this high without a whole lot more building. We just have to be able to do it. And that's one of those things that ladders would help, yes. But again, water storage is the biggest possible priority right now. And we just have to be able to make all of this stuff doable. You already know what I'm going to say. You already know it. So I think now we're in a point where I can go ahead and prioritize most of this production by haulers, and we'll take care of all of that stuff. And then we need to think about how we're going to reorganize some of this stuff. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that this is completely terrible, but there's definitely some inefficiencies we could address, optimizations that could be made, and especially once we start having these big tanks, we can clear out a lot of space here, utilize vertical storage, yes, with the help of ladders, and all sorts of other good stuff. Just stuff that's going to take time. So as we start running out of scrap metal here, we are going to need to turn this scavenger flag back on. And I think what we're going to want to do is, in pretty short order, get going up this cliff here with a ladder. Just cut straight the way across, or something to that effect. I mean, it doesn't have to be a perfect straight line, but, you know, it is kind of nice to have stuff make sense and not be a complete disaster at all times. We've got a big storage of corn rations here. We've got another storage of corn rations here. That, I don't know, maybe since we're not making that many more corn rations, I probably, if I want to take advantage of all these berries I've got before I start getting rid of them, I probably should just change this to berry storage, to be perfectly honest with you. And yeah, we're actually in a spot where we need to start building some more housing. We've got so many things to accomplish. So many things to accomplish. Yeah, the gears are going to take a little bit of time. I think it probably doesn't help that the planks are pretty much all going in here. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Also been told that it's probably wise to abandon the mangroves. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, there's no reason to go and rip them out, but in terms of trying to make sure that they're a long-term stable food source, maybe our efforts would be better spent elsewhere. I don't know. I do think for right now I'm going to pause that forester and get these guys in these gather flags here. Try to get all these berries harvested, because if we can get over 1,000 berries, especially if we're not eating them, then I'm going to feel a whole lot better about taking some of these berries out and turning this into additional farmland for stuff like corn, or possibly moving into some other food as well. I just know that this is the best efficiency food for where we are now, without having to grow other stuff and have robust supply of canola oil and all that jazz. We also are kind of working against the clock here with all of this water storage, trying to get everything pumped out before it goes away. And yeah, you know, our water storage is just about full, so that's a little concerning, I guess. I kind of, you know, painted myself into a corner here with how slow all of this stuff is going. Well, no, it's I can't really do too much else with it. Science-wise, though, we do need to unlock the medical bed. I should have done that a long time ago. But we can go ahead and do that. I'm just going to pop that there because I have space for it. And then do the same here as well. We just need to have a couple of things. A couple of places where we can build those. And let the beavers do what they've got to do. Yeah, so we need 15 more metal blocks, and I need 60 gears. I have all the planks now, which is good. So, if we want to, as long as we don't forget, I can pause this food factory and then just make a swap for all that power. And then we'll turn those into gears, hopefully, before too long. Just gotta let the process be what the process is going to be. So yes, as soon as we get to 300 science, I am going to unlock the ladders. You can put your pitchforks away. It's going to be fine. Going to be A-okay. We got a lot of wood we can keep harvesting, but I don't want to overemploy beavers in the lumberjack flags when there's so much other stuff we can be doing. That being said, we don't have any more room to put water that's being pumped, so it seems to me like there's no better time than the present to just get all of these trees harvested as fast as we possibly can and make the most out of our opportunities here, including getting farms going. I think that's probably fine. I will pause this one in favor of that one. Hopefully that's going to help. Yep, that's not going to make this go any faster. Not any bit faster whatsoever. I probably should also get the large barracks unlocked, but, you know, ladders going to be more important. So now is a good time to think about how we want this to look in the future, moving between sides of all this mess. If these are going to be truly separate districts, then we probably don't want to bank on sending beavers this way. Instead, it's probably going to be smarter long-term to support the idea of them coming up this way, directly from over here. And there's not really a lot of great places to put a set of ladders in, but, you know, if we just can live with it to the point where it's not going to be completely terrible, and find a spot where I'm not going to have to send people up to, you know, get rid of all the trees and everything, then I think that's going to be for the best. But short term, we are going to need a better way of getting up to the top here. So that probably should be the first thing we do. So, you know, we could start here. Nice and easy. Just to do one of these kind of numbers. And then we can come up to the top at the correct height there with our friend, the 3x1 suspension bridge. Oh, that's too long. Never mind. That's going to have to be a 2x1. Or, hear me out, the 1x1. Just to let that guy get up there. And I know there's probably going to be some sort of outcry about, no, I forgot. They can just build infinitely upward, can't they? Maybe that's a water beaver thing, and I've just reprogrammed my brain to only tolerate that. Yeah, they can just build straight up. All right, cool. Love to see it. Love to see it. But don't worry, I haven't completely forgotten that these ladders require planks. I just wanted to get that started. Because we do, in fact, need to save some planks for the gears. And I do have enough, as it stands now, to make everything out of the gears. So, turn that back on. I do have the food factories paused. Maybe not the best idea I've ever had, but, you know, it's necessary for right now until we can get everything else figured out. We are going to optimize this, don't worry, but it's not going to be as fast as you want, because remember, we only keep half of our materials, so we can't just delete everything at once and say, oh, the job well done. That's not how it works. That's just not how it works. But metal blocks are almost done here, which is great, because then we can use those for plenty of other fun things as we continue trying to expand, well, everything that we're doing here. Yeah, but we basically just need another 40 gears, and we have the planks now to do that. Plus, we're making additional planks. I don't think we need to worry about that, so I will go ahead and unpause these guys and let them build as they will. Because once this is taken care of here, then we're not going to need these ever again, these paths. And, yes, since so many of you asked, I think it's safe, it's very safe at this point, to go ahead and remove this entire thing here. All these levees and everything. Because we're going to come over here and we're going to raise this, which we can do from up top. Yes, I do remember. Just raise this, and then that will connect here very easily, which, yes, those few of you who are so very passionate about us using this area up here will allow us to come in here and get some metal if we want it, although it's going to be forever till we run out. And then, yes, we can dam this up, and we can take advantage of this water source in all of its solitary glory, and then figure out some sort of routing stuff in here. It just was never a huge priority for me. But once that's done, we can do the same thing coming over here, and then hopefully at some point, probably not this drought, but if I had the time to do it this drought, it would be fantastic. Come in here and route our channels for bad water diversion, and then we'll have a huge, huge reservoir that's going to be in really, really, really good shape. Still need 29 gears. Mega ladder continues. Just about done, actually. And that'll give us access to some more trees to cut as well. We don't have a lumberjack flag that will reach up here, I don't think. But yeah, like I said, much easier access to this area. We can maybe think about growing some stuff up here. This would be a great place to grow some trees, unless we wanted to have a separate district for that, but I don't think that would be an issue. We just have to dam this up, and then we have a little bit of a lake here. We grow some trees, and, you know, everybody has fun. Not just going to let them do what they got to do there. I really, really, really want to make sure we can have these large tanks, because boy, do we need those. Yeah, we are going to start emptying these medium tanks into that. We probably, if we have the hauling stuff set up, we don't need to have all of these over here, and we can take probably a good 300 of these away. Or 303 of these that have a capacity of 300 each away, because this will hold 1,200. You know what? Maybe for right now, maybe we don't need to be worried about it. We'll just keep the capacity until we have a really good reason to get rid of it. And yeah, I think our time of boosting the the gear production is probably at its end, because these guys are they're going to be running out of food pretty quick if we're not careful. Yeah, so the remaining 17 gears will come a little bit slower, but it's a sacrifice that's going to be worth making, I think. All right, so remember how I said we were going to be getting rid of some of these berry bushes? Well, friends, let's go ahead and start that process. I'll just take all of these out to about here. Probably still way too many of these bushes, but we're going through them so slowly, I'm not going to feel bad about just taking all of those out to here. I think that is going to be just fine. So now we're going to have so much more space, not only for activities, but also for putting in additional beaver storage, barracks, if you will, and kind of reorganizing industrial stuff and a little bit better of a central location. I know this is arable land. It probably should be for farming, but we haven't really been in super deep trouble so far with that. As long as we keep processing things correctly, I think we're going to be okay. But we definitely need to have more than 2 of these things. That is not going to be enough. And if we want to ever get ahead with those, then yeah, we're going to have more. So, we have basically right now the only option just being engines, which again is totally fine. But we're going to have to decide what's going to be most important for us to have access to here. Is that going to be more power or more capacity for processing things? I think the answer is we need both. But again, it all just takes time, and we've got to make the decision on what that's going to mean. So for right now, I'm not going to build anything else in that regard. But these guys right here are fine. This gather flag, and yes, this gather flag can all go away. And what I will do instead, take this out at turbo speed, I can put one gatherer flag, just for example, right here. That's going to be able to reach these little mangroves we have here, and everything just fine. That is going to be a-okay. And we're just not going to worry about any of the mangroves here. If we want to, we can, but honestly, I'm not concerned about it. Depending on how we wanted to do this, I probably could put a staircase, I guess maybe right here would make, no, that's right in front of that thing. I guess right here would make sense. Just demolish that guy, put a staircase there, and then this gather flag probably could get at these mangrove trees, and we wouldn't have to really worry about it that much. Not a bad idea. Ah, too far from a district. See, we learned this. We learned this, and yet somehow I did not learn this. So, this is now just a monument to all of my sins here. We're gonna have to, yeah, we're gonna have to be smarter with this. Do I want to use the 250 science to do this? I feel like I'm gonna get absolutely clowned if I do. What else? What else? I don't know, man. Maybe more well-being. Oh, you know what I forgot about? Frog statues. Oh, we can't make those because we don't have treated planks. Oh, well. Labor monument. I know we talked about that being possibly a smart thing to get into. Keep our eyes peeled for that. 10 gears left. We can have that taken care of. Remember, we've already gone 14 days into the drought so far. And the water is starting to go away a little bit as we pump slowly. And all of this has combined, evaporated, and also disappeared because of what we're doing here. So as this goes down, this opens, lets a little bit through, and then of course this here does the same thing as soon as I can remember which hole this is coming out of. I can't see. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so that's a whole thing. I don't want to get rid of this until this is substantially higher, so we do have some work to do in that regard, and I probably should have done this slightly differently, knowing how this does tend to work, but it's fine. Oh, I got 5 beavers that aren't doing anything? Well, we're gonna have to do something about that. I got completely full storage. Actually, no, not quite. Mostly full storage of corn and corn accessories. See, I don't want to build too much more capacity until I know for sure exactly what's going to be happening here. Ooh, decisions. I do think I like the idea of the barracks being kind of back here against the cliff. but we should optimize them a little bit. Remember, we do have the ladders now. We can start stacking things. Probably can go ahead and unlock the large barracks would be a smart thing to do. Because, look, we can do something like this, where we put this here and this here. And then I could actually put another one right here if we're careful with how we have stuff set up. But the idea is to concentrate all the barracks in a central location so that all of the buffs we give them can apply to everything at the same time. So just forgive me for taking my time with this stuff, especially because if we delete stuff, we only get half of the resources back. I want to make sure that it's not going to be a complete waste of, well, everything. You know? Just gotta trust the process. I am tired of waiting, though, so I'm going to turn the cure workshops both on so this can get done, because the water is evaporating before our eyes. We gotta keep pumping. Gotta keep pumping. And it's not going to be pretty if we don't. I wish I had the resources to just go ahead and build another large tank, because this is going to get filled up pretty quick. Pretty quick. Well, there's no rule that says I can't just delete these tanks and leave all that water in rubble form on the ground. I guess that was always allowed, but that does tend to irritate some people a whole lot. So I try not to be deliberately obtuse most of the time. It is very tempting, though. Yeah, we got to do something about this. I think, man, I feel like I have to have all of this available for farming, but at the same time, we haven't used even remotely close to all of the corn we're already growing, so I'm going to choose not to feel bad about it. I'm just going to choose to make that decision for myself. So we're gonna end up putting in, I guess it makes sense to put it in here, maybe. I hate being wrong. I really hate being wrong. So I guess I'll just put that engine in there, and we'll deal with that as we do. Just put a couple of piles here for log storage close by. And yeah, it's going to be probably the best possible use of our current metal blocks. I know we don't have enough yet to build it. I just wanted to make sure that this tank was ready to go, and it is. So, go ahead and prioritize that by haulers. They'll fill that up. Wow, that was quick. Yeah, they'll just get that filled up expeditiously. And these guys still set for supply. I probably only need a couple of these set for supply before we get too crazy carried away. Yeah. We'll do that so these guys can keep on doing what they're doing. But now we can get back to pumping again because we have a total capacity of 6630. And we do want to continue to increase capacity. So, what I think I'll do is just empty these two. And yes, I will demolish this one medium tank. We're not going to actually hold on. No, I won't. No, I won't. Because I don't know that I can build it faster. I always have this burning desire to keep everything completely compact as much as possible. And I know that's not necessarily the smartest way to do it. We need more metal. Need more metal. Expeditiously. So I will get this kind of reset a little bit. I need 6 more to finish this engine, and then that's really going to allow us to run all of this stuff at once and continue expanding. So on and so forth, Bob's your uncle, etc. I do think this barracks needs to move away in favor of having these larger ones. So let's use our research points here, science points, and start the process of combining things here. I do have the materials to go ahead and build ladders. So I know that's disconnected, but don't worry, beavers. We have technology. Now it's connected again. And then we just have to have that go like so. They'll be able to build this just fine, and then we'll have plenty of housing space available for all of the rest of our beavers. At least for right now. Slowly work on migrating more and more stuff to where it's supposed to be going. Just takes time. Always takes time. Yeah, now I do see that the... what's it called? Corn? Yeah, there you go. The corn rations are not recovering as quickly as we want, which is why I'm building... Part of why I'm building this other engine, because we need to build more food factories. But to do that, we have to have the power so we can make more materials, so we can make more... It's a whole thing. So hopefully you can understand and appreciate what we're working with here. Just got to get this going. Need 2 more metal blocks, and then I can turn these gear things back on. Getting really close. Getting really close. 1 more. Just about there. As long as we get that finished before the end of the day, would be lovely. I see. There we go. There we go. Get that thing done, at least in terms of metal, and then I can turn these gears back on. Perfect. Perfect. That's going to help us out a whole lot the next following day. Yeah, I'm going to have to just give up on the densification of all this garbage up here. We just need capacity. Just need capacity. Got to get these guys working on that. So remember, we got 45 days left, and the water is evaporating very, very slowly. I've got beavers that aren't doing anything either, which is always a little bit annoying. Always a little bit annoying. I feel like I've got to figure something out with that. I don't know that this district is able to be self-sufficient at this time, the way stuff is set up. And I hope you can understand that. People in the comments who are saying that, why don't you just come up here and, like, look, there's a whole process in my brain that works with this. And by works with this, I mean doesn't work with this. I've got to be able to account for everything all at once, or I'm going to forget that I've done stuff and then kill a whole bunch of beavers, and we do not, absolutely do not want that. Alright, 4 more gears will take care of this. 3 more gears now. So day 29, we're going to have our second engine, which means we won't have to turn this stuff off again, which means we're going to have employment for all of our beavers. Kind of. Now I've got everybody actually housed again, which is good. And this, since I got 7 spots, is going to end up probably making at least a couple of you a little irritated, but this barracks is going to go away, and we are going to replace it with, honestly, probably a gear workshop would make sense. Doorway is on that one. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, I'm going to have to put a gear workshop in, just because we're going to need those so much more than we're going to need planks, and they're so much more annoying to make, and they get made from planks. Plus, there's a ratio that I, for some reason, can never remember what it is on however many gear workshops you have to have versus how many plank things you have, and it's a whole thing. So now these guys are doing their thing. This is ready to go. Prioritize, unpause, and now we still don't have enough power to run all of this. But we're making progress, and that's what matters. That's what matters. Now we can actually, seriously, get into making another food factory. And I guess I'll just start with the one for now, but we really, really need to make sure that we are processing as much as we can when we can. And this does use the same materials as the... so I actually will pause that. It does use the same materials as the large tank, just on a smaller scale. So as much as it pains me to keep this paused, we do technically still have enough right now. Oh man, I hate having mismatched stuff next to each other. It's just sound effects included. So all these guys are just super hungry. And I do want to have food storage set up in better spots. It's just, look, it's like this entire thing is a race against the clock, so I don't really have a ton of time for improving things in the way that maybe you might think I need to improve them. I just hope that you can understand where we're coming from with this. This is never going to be an aesthetically minded series because it is a please don't die in a 100-day drought series. But that doesn't mean we have to be deliberately just hideously ugly with what we're doing. It's going to improve. It's going to improve slowly. But it is going to improve slowly. And I know this is like an absolute blunder here doing this way because I always forget that the bridges don't ever want to play nice with any of that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I know they can build that, and then we have access to up here much, much more easily. Not even going to worry about demolishing all that nonsense. We'll just put in... Oh, that's an oak tree. I don't care. Just get this as clearly marked up as we can. And then that just has to get attached to here. Then that can go away, but before this goes away, I need to make sure that the water level isn't going to completely ruin everything. So I feel like it's about time to go ahead and, yeah, just get this filled up back here. Because that's going to lower this, which is going to in turn lower up there, which means I can then come in and remove this, which means I'm going to have more materials, and then come in and take care of this stuff. But I can't take care of this stuff because I don't... you know, it's a process. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Which, to be perfectly honest with you, I know I keep going back and forth. It probably irritates the absolute you-know-what out of a good portion of you. I think... No, I need to stop thinking. That's probably what's best, is that I stop thinking. Can't let myself get short-sighted here. I need to have storage space for water. That is goal number one. It's always supposed to have been goal number one, is to have storage space for water. That is going to require that we have a place to put it close enough, or if it's going to be remote storage, that it has to be in a spot that's not going to be completely stupid. We do still have the ability to pump. Oh, don't tell me I'm already out of... Okay. Well, I'm already out of space for beavers, which means I'm going to have another one of these giant houses up here. But, remember, we're doing the beaver tower, so... it's a thing. It's a thing. We'll build this, and then that's going to allow me to probably get rid of this barracks a little bit tight on beaver storage there, but... that would allow this one by one roof piece to have the benefit over everything here, and then look, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best, folks. We're trying here. We are actually genuinely trying. Oh, I know what I can do. I can just move the campfire somewhere else. That is probably actually a pretty decent thing to pop down here in the first place, if we're going to be really retentive about it. I hate to use prime farmland for this, but we're also not doing any farming here, so guess what? Campfire goes there. Campfire goes away from here. The permanent Tory gate goes away from here. And that large tank goes there, and oh yes. Now we can build. Now we can build, folks. Unfortunately, I do need another 26 metal blocks, which is what it is. These are operating on 91% already as it is. I've got so much corn stored up. I'm pretty sure this district is completely full up on corn storage. Which means we should have a large storage just for the corn itself, but I don't have a great place to put the large storage. It's a whole thing. You know, it's certainly a thing. But, you know what? You know what? No, I don't have the planks for it. See? It's a never-ending problem. Never-ending problem. You have to keep making stuff so you can make more stuff. But if you make the wrong stuff, then you're not going to make any stuff. And then nobody's happy. Which, obviously is not the goal we are working toward. How are we looking here? Did this drain enough where it's not going to completely flood everything? Well, this is the same level now anyway, so I guess that's fine. Let's choose to be bold and just demolish all of this sequentially here. We'll have to play some shenanigans to get all of our pieces back and forth so we can pick everything up. But getting this joined, yeah, that's the correct thing. That's fine. That's fine. Getting it all joined up together is the first step. The next step is not messing anything up, but we all know how that goes. That's good there. This is good here. I do need to keep this one little bit of staircases here because I need to come in here and I need to make this as high as physically possible, which we can do with the help of... Yeah, you know what? I don't need to take the sluice out. I just need to, you know, never open it again. I'm going to go ahead and make this about as high, I guess this is about as high as I really would want it to be. No, you know what? We can go a little higher. Go a little bit higher. We can just build this as it is. Let's let them do what they got to do. Just pick up all these messy pieces here. Explode people's brains in the comments, you know. Standard activities. No, don't go that way, you dingus. Every time this happens, somebody is just like flabbergasted that I still haven't figured out how this works. So, enjoy doing that again, I guess. I needed to make sure all of these would be accessible, and it looks like they should be now for everybody to pick up. Crucially, there's a lot of planks in this stuff, so let's get these guys picking up all that. And then we'll be in a pretty decent spot to continue building things, hopefully. Hopefully. Go ahead and connect that. Yeah, there we go. So now we're just waiting primarily on metal blocks. I would love to have additional smelters, but again, I don't have the resources for the power generation for those quite yet. And the storage is the most important thing. We have 67 beavers now? 67 beavers. That's a lot of beavers. I did say that was going to go away. And this is going to get replaced with other stuff. I probably should take this one away too. Maybe? This would be, actually, not a bad place to put some medium storages. Or if I just had dynamite, which I somehow still don't have, despite wanting it for a super long time, then I could put other storage. You know what? That's a smarter thing to do. I just need to get dynamite. But that's 400 science, which I do have, but again, it's metal. It's metal. Don't have metal. Despite having, scavenger flag able to do whatever we want to do, we just can't spare the power, can't spare the resources for it. But we are one step closer, folks. One step closer to getting that taken care of. Oh, this is completely dry now. Okay, because I drained it all out. All right, well, that's a choice that I made. This is actually going to evaporate a lot quicker doing this. I just now realized. Oh, well. I already committed. No such thing as the coward's way out now. But man, this being as slow as it is not comforting. I got another 25 of these. That is 100 hours. That is, it's too much time. Alright, well, we have logs. We don't have extra beavers, but we do have logs. So, it kind of does pain me to think about going back to the Wheel of Suffering, which I'm still taking name suggestions for. But, man, we need to be making metal. We got to do it. We got to do it, man. But the real estate has become a problem again. What am I going to do with this? What am I going to do with this? Oh, and now I need more planks. Because, of course, I decided I was going to be doing all this nonsense. But, you know, there's planks over here. And they're supposed to be getting them. And they are. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, go grab all that good stuff. Take care of what you got to take care of. And then also, you know, build these enormous ladders right here. That we kind of don't need right now, since we haven't been forced to deal with our bad choices yet. So maybe maybe we pause this. Maybe we pause this for the time being and focus instead on just making sure that the thing that I mentioned 46 minutes ago at the start of this video is actually what we're doing first. What a concept, right? What a concept. The metal's so slow, though. I gotta fix that, but I also, you know, kind of can't. I really did a number on myself with the 50% loss of materials on deletion. That was a choice that was made. Got all these builders building, or not building, as the case may be. All this stuff. I don't have log storage? Okay. Well, as long as they got all of the planks out of there. I guess that's all I really cared about. That's fine. Yeah, see, I still, like, I can't do everything. Like, please understand, just because I'm not doing something that you suggested doesn't mean I think it's a bad idea. I can't do everything. It is not physically possible. But some of it might be physically necessary. We got 40 days. We got 40 days. We're fine. I do really want to be able to, you know, pump more water, though. The gears are almost there. And then I feel like I can dedicate some more resources to try to get more metal blocks made. It's just not going to be a perfect setup here by any means. Okay. Probably should open this forester up and close this gatherer flag so we can at least replant all these trees. These are being replanted slowly as we continue going by. That's probably fine. I've got almost 1,000 wood, so I will go ahead and pause, I guess, 2 of these lumberjack flags and get some more beavers back so we can support doing additional jobs before too long here. Alright, gears are done. Planks are about to be done. But, see, I can't really stop making them, is the problem. But what I can do is I can pause one of the gear workshops, which is going to get us back to 100% productivity on everything else. And it's going to give us a little bit of a boost on the metal, but I really need somewhere else to put metal processing that isn't going to be super far away, but also isn't farmland. I mean, I guess if I really wanted to, I could put something over here, but it seems like it's far away. And if I'm doing that in the metal area, it really should be over here. And now that this really has no reason to be here. It really has no reason to be here at all. But where else am I going to put anything, man? No way to get away with it. Alright. 11 metal blocks away. I got all my gears, I got all my planks. We're continuing to make additional gears and additional planks for all of this. Slowly. Slowly. We got 68 beavers. See, this would be a perfect opportunity for us to do this big construction project thing, but I needed the planks to do other stuff. So, man. And I didn't do myself any favors the way I built this, so I guess I know this is going to seem like it's a really stupid idea, but I need to have, man, I need to have a better way of doing, you know what? No, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. You shut up already and do it. I know. It's going to be okay. I'm going to build ladders here. Because we do need to build this across, and that's going to use a lot of logs, and it is pretty close. And now that this tank is very close to being finished. We are going to be able to fill that up, hopefully. And now that it's 37.7 days left, it's not going to be over 10,000 water to survive all of our full length here. So maybe 6,400 is just about as much as we would actually need. I don't know. Doesn't mean we're going to stop pumping, though. Can't ever give up on that. Just go ahead and start the process of building something so we can get these guys working. Because we got a lot of beavers. We got a lot of beavers working as builders. And other stuff that they probably should be doing. But, well, 5 more blocks. That's almost done. So I don't have quite so much time to waste with that. All right, fine. I'll turn the lumberjack flags back on. I thought I'd actually done something smart by not having that just running constantly, but you know how it goes, I suppose. Just get bits and pieces done when we can get them done. Yeah, that's gonna be the best way to do it. They can build both of those at the same time. Then I guess, yeah, actually, if I'm smart, I just do this, because then both sides can come in and do that nonsense. And then we just build in the most frustrating way possible, because you know that's how we always do things here. All right, is this still? Come on, come on. I need 2 more blocks of metal. Come on. Come on. I know we've basically filled up all of our stuff. Let's go. Let's go. 80-something percent, 88%. All right, fine. Fine. But this will be done the next day. Day 37. It'll be done. We're probably fine on water, to be perfectly honest with you. I think it's probably okay. Oh, are you exhausted? What, you got it? You got a barracks. Go sleep in the barracks, bud. All right, come on. I know that thing has to be finished by now. There we go. All right, pumpers. It's your time. There we go. Now we got additional pumpers pumping. It's like that Christmas song. Okay, they're still waiting on whatever it is they're waiting on. Put those 2 in. Continue building this mess up once we don't need to get over here anymore. Oh, I've got plenty of planks here. All right, so additional construction time. Oh, this has to be the most frustrating thing on the face of the earth to watch. I'm sorry, but I'm not that sorry. Okay, total capacity 7830. We're going to want to build another one again, but this time we have gears. I've already got almost all the gears I need. I'm going to keep those gears going until I do have a decent quantity of those stored up, because I want to be able to make these as fast as I can. Because remember, 100-day droughts are the maximum length in this one. We do not, repeat, do not want it to end up being an absolute disaster class here. We just want to be smart. Just want to be smart. Now, if these guys silly billy themselves, I'm not saving them. It should be almost impossible for it to be that bad. Hopefully. Hopefully. But getting that completely filled in is going to be nice. Plus, we're going to be able to use this as a way to get up here into what has been affectionately referred to as Numa Numa. Whether it's a reference to the meme from 22 years ago. Wow, has it really been that long? Or, I don't know. Japanese word for swamp, I think. That's probably the more likely one. Wow, this got filled up quick. Huh. Okay. Well, the corn rations are no longer as alarming as they were before. So now that's making me think, maybe it is a smart idea to go ahead and put in some more of these smelter things here. We definitely need a smelting area. For sure. This is just a little bit of a slow process. Making progress, though. Making progress. Yeah, it's always good to have the access route to potential silly Billy headquarters blocked off. That's always a nice feeling. Then once this ladder goes all the way up here, I will be able to put in additional stuff across. Actually, you know what? I can just do that from up top. We already have enough wood. I don't think it needs to be an issue. This just needs to go across, kind of. I just go straight across this way. No reason not to. Well, maybe a little bit of a reason not to. That's actually one block lower than that, so I don't need... Well, okay, no, I'll just do this because that's going to give me an easy access like thing across that. I guess that's probably fine if we really want to commit to this. Then it's going to have to be that same level all the way around, which... No, you know what? No, that's a smart idea. It's a smart idea. I know. The emotional whiplash that is occurring in your brains, I'm sorry. I'm at least kind of sorry for. I'll just let them do all this. We got enough building to do to occupy another 30 days anyway. Not the end of the world. Alright, how are we looking here? We have another 1,000 worth of capacity in this district, though? Ah, see, that's more like it. We're only 500 behind. I keep forgetting that I've got stuff up here we just basically completely abandoned. This district actually, well, this isn't going to show the stats, but we got a pretty healthy amount of corn stored up here, and we got some corn rations as well. Good emergency food should we need it at some point. Yeah, just let them continue building all that nonsense. Got this going again. Why did we stop at 50 gears? Oh, that's the storage in this district. Oops. Again, I keep getting messed up here. All right, well, that's a massive waste. Scrap metal, metal blocks. I don't need this much storage for planks right here. I really should have done something better with this. Oh, well. Just because I have nothing else to put here, it'll just be gears. Just sit here wasting everybody's resources on this nonsense. So I wonder if it would be better to go ahead and just replace... Well, so no, because I get the 50%. I was thinking about maybe putting in another couple smelters here. But I quickly realized that wasn't going to be that good of an option for us here. Did they finish this? They did. Another little bit. They're building this stuff, so hey, that's progress. That's progress. Yeah, see, that's going to go across that way, and then also all of this mess. Keep it about as straight as we can reasonably do. Right there, and then this can just come in, hopefully without being too much of a pain in the butt. I do want to build more ladders here, but I have to be able to get up in this spot, don't I? Huh. Alright, it's about time for another one of these big tanks. About time. Alright, so if I eventually want to replace these, that's going to go there. That's going to go there. That would go there. And then this one, no, not there. This one would need to go here. Yeah, okay. So we will start building that there. Not opposed to, you know, planting additional stuff up here at some point, but we're not quite to that spot just yet. We do have most of the materials to build this one. So I am going to let them go ahead and start construction on that. Hopefully that'll get done sooner rather than later. This is getting really close, folks. Really close. Just a little bit left. And then, of course, on top of this, we're going to put the one by suspension bridge, however you want to refer to that. Then we'll have access to this, whatever it is you want to call that. Now we have full storage of, just about full storage of corn rations. All right, just pause. Yeah, I'll pause one of them, not both, not both. Okay, you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting for this because it's such a slow process. I'm just gonna do it. We need to have. Obviously, this doesn't fit nicely, which is so annoying. Okay, I'll do 2 of those there. That's 400 HP. I know this only makes 300, but I need to use the metal for the water storage for right now. I know this only makes 300. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Don't worry about it. This will give them more opportunities to make metal at a slightly less efficient pace, yes, but it's going to be better than having all these idle beavers, right? We don't need to be super worried about it. All right, time for another giant barracks with a big ugly ladder up the side of it here. But it's efficient. They're all right there. Yeah, 3 more metal blocks and that thing's going to be ready to go. And yeah, we have 29 days left, and not only do we want to have water pumped for drinking, we need to keep crops and trees irrigated. So lots to be concerned with. Lots to be concerned with. So we don't want these trees to all die. All right, that is basically done. Minus, I need to get that last ladder in there. This, of course, is continuing being whatever it is. This is so much wood to do this, but it's really, really going to be nice when, in cycle 11, we can fill this entire mess all the way up and basically be good forever on water. Because that's going to be this entire thing. Of course, you know, if it's a bad tide, then yikes. but not the end of the world. I feel like it's going to be a bad idea for us not to have bad water at all. So we will need to probably get some of this scooped up at some point. I don't really have anywhere else to go to get any, do I? No, it doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like it. Okay. So let's, oh, it's already over an hour. Uh-oh. We're not going to have the whole drought done in one video. But yeah, we're going to have to, I think we're going to have to repopulate this district just with the intent of getting some bad water. Yeah, that's, let's see, what's going to make the most sense to pump? Because we're really, like, this is going to be evaporated in just a couple of days. So if I were to build one down here, as soon as this turns into another cycle, it's going to be basically useless. But we do want to pump enough to make dynamite. It's 5 bad water to 1 dynamite. And I want to be able to dynamite in a channel going between all of these. Now, we can take advantage, kind of what's already here, if we're careful about how we do our planning. This does seem like it's slightly different from the original version of this, so we will have to keep that in mind. But having this just go straight across and then taking advantage of what's already here is going to be nice. Now, we don't have to blast a channel. Remember, this isn't water beavers. So we can use levees, but the concern I have with that is when this eventually does get dammed up completely, which would be 1 deep here if this is completely filled up. I don't want that to be at the expense of what we're doing. Not making any sense, huh? It makes sense in my head. I can't articulate with my mouth. That's just how it goes. Well, then why are you running? It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay. But it is going to be necessary for us to come in here and repopulate this. Why did I turbo speed this again? It is going to be necessary for us to come in here and repopulate this district. We have enough beavers anyway. You know, if a couple of them have a little unfortunate accident, then, you know, it's not such a terrible thing. But I'm going to bring in, for the sake of our sanity here, let's try, let's just do 10. Why not? I already have too many beavers in the first place. But get this situated here. Just, oh, that's already disconnected. Okay, cool. So now, get these guys in here. I have to have, let's just have 1 in the district center. We need to pump. So that's fine. We have food. Food's not going to be a problem. I'm trying to get bad water. Trying to get bad water. That is goal number 1. And there is bad water available here. I have the science to unlock it. We have metal, which, oh, you know what? We will have to have a little bit of shenanigans happening here. That's gear storage. Hold on. Let's take stock here. Yeah. Oh man, this. I don't want to set up. I hate districts. I don't want to set up district crossings for this. This is such a pain in the butt. What I should have done is I should have filled this before we got too comfy here. Okay, that's for gears. Get that completely filled up. Get that get that completely filled up. Yeah, we're about to completely disconnect this mess again. I love it. Hooray. Yeah, let's get these guys in here. And then I'm just going to disconnect their storages so we can at least have that taken care of here. Alright, the gears are super annoying to get up here. This water tank doesn't need to be here. I need to have a little industrial pile for metal blocks. That's crucial to get that bad water. I literally just need them to suck up, I don't know, a couple hundred units of bad water, which probably not worth putting there. But this isn't really that deep either. You know, we've been through this a bunch of times. Oh, the underside of it's actually blue. That's interesting. That's probably the closest, easiest thing to do is just to put something right about here. But oh man, see, it's so frustrating. I don't want to build platforms for this. This is just such a hard map to do this with. I don't have the ability to just plunk something down and be done with it. It's always got to be some sort of complicated nonsense. So, if I just do levees like that... Oh, man, really? Really? Ugh, stupid idiots. Alright. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'll just rebuild it as a ladder. Why not? Why not, right? Just get this whole mess just built. Just get it over with. Get it done. And then I'll just put in regular bad water storage there. This is gonna, yeah, it's gonna be gone in a couple days, and it's gonna be bad if we don't have any bad. Get it? It's gonna be bad if we don't have bad water. Ugh, man, what a stupid. All right, I can unpause the barracks so they can at least have somewhere to sleep. That would probably be smart. Yeah, get in here and pump away. I guess I could have 2 pumpers since we have the capacity to do that. Food, forget it. You got corn rations there. This isn't doing anything anyway. You don't have any planks. You barely have logs. Man, who's the idiot that made you guys come up here, huh? Not really trees to cut down except for over here, so I guess... What a wasteland. What an absolute utter wasteland this is. Yeah, so I gotta build levees because I didn't want to bring planks up here, and then I have to have planks anyway, and I've got them, and I got storage, I think, for planks. Yeah, so they can pick that up. That's fine at the very least. These guys are, you know, cutting trees down, doing something, I guess. Alright, that's done. This isn't, because it's waiting on planks. Oh, no, we're just in a bad spot for planks because we built this nonsense here. Oh, and I decided I needed to... This always happens to me. This always happens to me. I always forget. I always forget. Well, that was a pointless waste of time. Now I need another 49... God, what? Alright, forget it. Forget it. It's a fool's errand. Ugh. It was an idea that did not work. Did not work. Alright, this district has 6 vacancies. Because I exported beavers, so I guess I shouldn't be too upset about it. Too far from a district and can't be... Oh, they haven't built this because they don't have the planks. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Because all of the gears went to build this one and then half of this one. And then we ran out of gears. So instead of building one next to the power source first, I built that one that has nothing connected to it. Oh, man. And somehow they still haven't built this. What a concept, huh? Well. Regardless, it will all be over soon. It will all be over soon, construction beavers. We've already pumped just about all the water we can reasonably pump and be okay with. I don't really want to pump too much more, but I would like to have the storage full before I turn it off. Because we can always dump water back out that we've pumped. But, you know, once it's evaporated and not at least pumped once, then, you know, that's just a huge waste. So we got a total of 2 gears here. Haven't even finished the storage for the metal blocks here. They've kind of, I guess, started here. Haven't built that yet. Got logs and planks there, but not many. Not many. We're just getting... See why? This is what happens when I try to, you know, come up with interesting, fun new stuff to do. I just forget. I forget what I'm doing. I lose sight of the goal. Well, we got 26 days left to try and get in here and do all this mess. Which probably isn't going to be all that hard, but, you know, I can foresee this going exceptionally poorly. I've got my explosives factory to build, and I've still got dynamite to put in. Because I need to make channels, but if this is going to get flooded, then I really should have... Okay. I'm overthinking it. I'm tremendously overthinking it. Which, again, shocker. That never happens. This needs to be brought up here, but I'm not going to be able to build that unless I have a way to get over from it. That's... Too much at once. Too much at once. Are these guys actually accomplishing anything here? I've got all these unemployed beavers. Oh, because I only have one working in the district center. Yeah, that's my fault. Absolutely my fault. Alright, well, at least now they can have metal blocks brought up here. I only need to have 5, so as soon as this is filled up, then not going to be an issue. I wish I could have, like, adjustable storage amounts. That'd be great. That'd be absolutely choice. But no, I can only have 20. That's it. It has to be 20. Meanwhile, all of the bad water is evaporating. It's your fault. You chose this. Yes, I know. I know. 8 gears. How many gears do I need for this? I really should just have this memorized at this point. 10. Okay. Well, it's still only 8. Now I got 5 metal blocks. Cool. Do I have 10 gears? Do I have 10 gears? Alright, this is no longer prioritized by haulers because I have all the metal blocks I need. I can remove that from a path. Oh, I didn't want 7, you dingus. I need more gears. I need you to bring me gears. But I only need 10 of them. I only need 10. I don't even have planks. Don't even have planks. Well, I don't need planks for this, actually. Just trying to get them to do literally anything. Do literally anything. Make it happen. I still only have 8 gears. Are you serious? Come on. Come on. Somebody can bring me 2 more gears, please. Seriously? Seriously? I'm begging you. Give me 2 more gears and we can finally be rid of this nonsense. Nobody's gonna do it. Nobody's gonna do it. Come on, man. Come on. Like this is a comedy at this point. And we're looking here. We still have a lot of berries we're not really using at all, which I guess is fine. Still trying to do something to get this whole mess figured out. You know, honestly, I should have started up here. I should have started here. So I guess none of this matters if it's going to be a bad tide. None of it matters. Well, I guess in the sense of, you know, actually having space down here, this does matter a whole lot. And we did need to do it. But, yeah, that's not fantastic. Alright. Man, I feel like I've made such a huge mistake with this. Because we really need to be over here. We need to be over here. So we can take care of getting this situated. And depending on how we want to route this, it really doesn't need to be complicated at all. I just need to build levees all the way across here. But that's going to take more resources than just doing done. Alright. I just need someone to come slap me upside the head and force me to pick something. Are we finally building this? No, they're building these things. Okay. Well, that's, sure, that was always allowed, but, like, why? I still only have 8 gears. Are you kidding me? Come on. I have gears down here. And I know they're not being used because I stopped construction of this garbage. Man. Oh, come on. Come on. See, I look, this was already such a promising thing. If we had had the ability to just get some stinking planks in here, man. Come on. Come on. Give me these things. This is why I don't like doing this. This is why I hate doing these different districts. It's such a pain in the butt. Everything is just an absolute disaster. Alright, that water tank is gone. We don't need it anyway. Of course, the logs go behind it. Alright, whatever. I don't care. Do not care. This is going to be for plank storage. Build the plank storage. Build the plank storage. Please, I am begging you. I cannot end this episode without us actually accomplishing something. Wow, they actually filled up the gear storage. Good job. Good job. Okay. Alright, well now this district has metal blocks. Maybe soon we'll have plank storage. Maybe. Maybe. Now I'm about to be out of, yeah, I'm about to be out of corn rations, so we're gonna have to send food up here too. Because I don't have any power here, because there's no anything, and this, man, I swear, if all this bad water goes away before I can pump it, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna absolutely lose my mind. Oh, look. Suddenly we have planks. Ah, yeah, we no longer have planks. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, bring me the planks. Please. Please. Literally anybody. Meanwhile, I just continue to ignore this like an absolute buffoon. The bad water is a pressing issue, though. And this is going to hold a little bit more, a little bit long. Hold on. Is this actually going to be? Really? Did I do this to myself? I absolutely did. All right. So this is no longer necessary. I will. All right. I know as soon as I post this, I'm going to get a bunch of comments, people that are just like, "Hey, why didn't you just do this? It would have been so much faster." And I'm going to have to just say, "Yeah, you know what? You're correct. And I was wrong." Everybody loves to admit when they're wrong. That's my favorite hobby. But yeah. Hopefully now they can actually build this and get pumping. Now that the bad water tanks are all the way over there, like an absolute buffoon. It's a very good word. Buffoon. Okay. And now they're out of food too. Alright. Alright. Alright, now we gotta take the kid gloves off. Now we gotta subsidize this district with corn rations from down below so nobody dies. What a concept, huh? What a concept. And now this is now this doesn't even matter because I could have just connected that in the first place. Serenity now. Yeah, look, we got an army of builders coming over here to do this stupid thing. You should have done that a long time ago. You're absolutely correct. Thank you for noticing. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Okay, so instead of focusing on this, we do need to focus on getting across. Actually, yeah, we don't need this at all. But I'm not going to be able to get over here without... why does this have to be so hard? You made it this hard. Yeah, I know. I know. Well, Scotty P. NFE, I hope you can pump real quick. Because these beavers are all thirsty and hungry because I forgot that they weren't going to be having a good time. Okay. So, this is now disconnected. This is now reconnected. And now you can eat and drink and not die. Please don't die. I will be absolutely roasted for it and deserve it entirely. Yeah, minus 16. There you go. There you go. Only dying of old age. That's the only kind of dying that's allowed. Please don't do that otherwise. Okay, so now the only goal of this district at this point is to pump. That's it. That is the only goal. So, now what we have to do is make the minimum, I guess we'll say 3 beavers. So back you go, kids. 1 beaver. This is already out of the water, so there you go. Got 104 water. I got nobody available in district. Is that because I got to pause this? Probably. Okay, so that... What else is open? I got that. Ah. I got that. Okay. So there we go. I guess I don't technically need somebody in the district center, but you know how it goes. I have 10 bad water. 10 bad water is good for 2 dynamite. Good job. Yeah, I'm going to need a lot more than that. Oh, no, I'm going to need so much more than that. Oh, what a what a thing I've done. What a thing I've done. Well, the good news is this can just keep pumping for quite some time. As long as we don't kill the beavers running it. So, yep. Bad water storage. There we go. We're going to have storage for a lot of bad water, which I probably still am going to need more than this is going to store. That's 90, that's 120, that's another 90, that's 210. No, I'm not going to import planks and gears to build medium tanks. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do this. It's, look, I hope you can understand what we've been through in this episode to why I wouldn't want to be doing it. I'm so glad we didn't do this one. That would have been empty, and I would have been actually, like, measurably upset. Okay, now that that absolute debacle is at its end. This is still set to... No? Okay, no, it's fine. We've got to make it... Oh, remember when I said it was going to end the episode? Yeah, me too. We've got to have a better handle on diversion here. So, because I don't have confidence that we can actually get this exploded correctly, I am going to go ahead and just start doing this. I'm just going to have to do that. That's going to be the easiest way to do it. So we'll let these guys build that. We still have this nonsense that they can't get to, but the other part of this was, remember, supposed to be getting up this way so that we could actually build all this nonsense. Right? Because it's a process. And that's our favorite term ever. Definitely. All right. Okay, this does connect. I'm just gonna rip the Band-Aid off. I'm just gonna rip the Band-Aid off, folks. Just completely just rip it off. Yeah, it was beyond time for that to be a thing. Okay. No more of that nonsense. We've got logs, we've got planks, we've got more logs, we've got more planks. We can bring all this stuff up here. We can go ahead and get everything situated. Hopefully. Is our water storage full? Just about. Yeah, we got 9,000, which is going to be more than enough now. So... hit these with the big old paws, and now I got 10 extra beavers, which I am sure all of you will be absolutely delighted to have me go ahead and finish this nonsense, except I don't have planks. So, gears meet paws. We can just keep making more planks. Let all this stuff be what it's gotta be and just move on with our lives. I don't have any other jobs I can put these guys in, except a farmhouse, which we don't really need. And I've got 16 builder beavers. Just don't have anything else for them to be doing right now, because I do not want to pump any more water out, because I would like to be able to just, keep this fully irrigated without there being any sort of nonsense. That makes sense. Well, I guess what we can do if we actually have all these extra beavers is go ahead and put in a couple more gatherer flags and just... let them gather as much as they feel like gathering. Also, unpause this one. That might help. Maybe just a little bit. Get those lumberjacks all operating probably is fine. You know what? We don't have to be shy. We don't have to be shy about this. We can just put in scavenger flags. Somebody left a comment suggesting this would be a great place to put additional scavenger flags, and they would be correct. So that's good to take care of that. Gather all these bits and pieces and keep on building, please and thank you. While we continue coming over here to do this stuff. Yeah, get that thing finished. We'll do it all like this. I know. Before you say it again. Use the prioritization. No, I'm not going to do it. It doesn't work. I don't care what you tell me. It does not work. Every time I've tried it, it has gotten me stranded beavers. There's nothing you can say that will change my mind. It does not work when you're building like this. Click on them individually. Does not work. Always strands beavers. 100% of the time. You're doing it wrong. Maybe. But that doesn't change the fact that it always strands the beavers every single time. Alright, now I can put that in place. Now that they can't possibly mess that up. Let's come finish this levee. And then we'll keep on going. All we can do is just keep on going. We've got 42 bad water. It's such a good thing that we did not build it over here. Yeah, so here we go. Just pumping along, building additional storage. If I can have a couple hundred bad water, that would be nice. Although, the further along we get, the less faith I have that that will even be possible in the first place. Oh, hey, we're almost out of food again. You know what that means? Now, is there any water left to actually pump here? Or have we reached the bottom of... Okay. Alright, so that's paused. And I guess I just have this one... I could probably just have this one beaver here. That'd be it. I don't even have to have one of the district center just pause it. There you go. Solve that problem real quick. 19 food will last one beaver long enough. Long enough. I literally just have to pump. And when these get full, then that'll be a different problem for us to solve. Just keep on keeping on. That's all we can do. Get this brought all the way up, which we have almost done. And then we'll be able to basically walk across here and then do the rest. But I really am going to have to end this episode here in a little bit, or else we're just never, ever, ever going to stop. Never going to stop. So this does still have to get higher. So just do what we can, like we always do. That's literally all we can do, is just whatever we can. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I know. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just build all that mess there. Get that tree out of the way. Come on. Come on. Guess I just let them build as much of this as they can before we do all the other nonsense. And once we are absolutely certain we don't ever have to be on this side again to get beavers back and forth, then I will finish that. But we're not quite there yet, are we? Not quite. Not quite. Soon. Soon. We still have extra beavers. Kind of. Why do we have so many berries just go away then? I guess they were feeding the pods. That's fine, I suppose. Alright, do I have enough planks to actually build this now? Yes. Okay. We have 30 metal blocks, which is good. Yeah, this is going to solve our labor problems as soon as this gets done. Or not solve our labor problems, solve our extra labor problems. Come on. Come on. Finish it. There we go. Alright. Now I've got 5 to fuse, so guess what? Just pause a bunch of those, and you're good to goes. And we're going to have a whole lot more metal blocks, which I'm going to have storage for. Hey, look, we're actually being productive. That's illegal. Anyway, that's going to go here for literally no reason. Just make more metal blocks, and then we can actually be in pretty good shape. Alright. Alright, folks. We're getting there. We're getting there. So that's actually... doesn't have to be... Yeah, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to build it anyway. It's cheaper. Cheaper and easier to just do it. Just build this across. And then... give ourselves, I guess, a little suspension bridge. Oh, thank you, autosave, for doing that to me. Ladder makes more sense here because I can also transit across the top and then come over this way. So, for damming purposes, we want to fill this in. We can just go straight the way across. Straight-ish the way across. Mostly, I can't have any depth perception for some reason. Just going to be easiest to do it this way. Even if it's not technically the most efficient, just easier to do it that way. All the way across. And that will get us one step closer to having our diversion stuff figured out. It's going to give them plenty to do. Plenty to do. While we are also working on this nonsense over here. It looks like they took care of that as best as they can. So we just need to have this put in. And then I need to have a way for them to get up top here, which I guess could also be a ladder. Nice and simple. They should be able to just walk across this to build this bit, and then from here they can build that bit. I don't have to worry about connecting it. Alright, this I'm pretty sure we're not going to have to worry about. Is there anything else? Or do I probably shouldn't worry about it. I probably should just let them do what they want to do. Hey, we actually have metal blocks now. What a concept, huh? And we could build the number cruncher, could build the rest of it if we really, really felt like it. Which I don't know that we do anymore. I know it's really going to upset some of you. Why are we -5ing? Thirsty? Okay, well that's fair because all of the water's all the way over here. That probably would have been a smart thing to maybe not do this that way, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll survive. See, I'm so afraid to end the episode without finishing this drought because I know something's going to go wrong when I go to record this on Monday for Tuesday's video. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's just go ahead and call it here. And we are just going to have to just learn to let go and just let it happen. So, appreciate you watching this nonsense. I know it's got to be incredibly frustrating for so many of you. But it's okay. It's okay. Everything's going to be fine. We got almost 8,000 waters stored up. Food is stable. It's not perfect. I really would like to continue improving that, but making sure the water is going to be as bad tide, whatever proofed as possible is really, really, really important. So that is why we're doing this. We're gonna pick this back up next episode and do our best to get the actual diversion as done as we can. But I can't keep doing this episode. I'm gonna lose my mind. So Beard Boosters, you know the drill. Appreciate all of your contributions making this insanity possible. And even if you're not on that list, I want you to know that I am very thankful you're here, and I'm glad we get to spend this time with each other. So that is going to be it for today. Yes, I know there is still a gap here that has to be filled in. We have not forgotten about it. This is just so much more important to have this taken care of. We will still be doing this. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do it now. I think I'll do it now. Because, you know, if you forget, it's a bad time. It's a super bad time. So I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to run this all the way back. All the way back. All the way back. So now, friends, this is a connected construction site, and it's far away. But they're going to be building it. They're going to be building it. So, Numa Numa Land appreciators, yes, I know this cuts this off. However, comma, we're not done. We're not finished. We're just, you know, making an insurance policy for this, is basically what this is. End of the episode already. You said you were going to end the episode. Okay, yeah, I know. I know, but I got 126. Got 126 bad water. How many things is that? Well, whatever that is divided by 5, so, math. Oh, man. That's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough explosives to do what I want to do. Oh, that's a problem. And what's also a problem is, our buddy here has got nothing to eat. So, what we're going to have to do, shut her down. Just gonna have to shut her down. What's that meme from that Facebook group where everybody pretends they're boomers and it's like the guy with the motorcycle had to lay her down or whatever. Anyway, absolutely nobody's gonna know what I'm talking about, and that's totally fine because I guess at this point I've accepted that I'm completely insane. And on that note, it's time to end the show. So have a great one, friends. Whatever it is you're doing with the rest of your day, stay safe, have fun, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.